Welcome to MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. If you're not too careful, you just might learn something. Hi there. Welcome back to another episode of MacGyver's Workshop, where you never know what we're going to be working on next. And if you're not too careful, you just might learn something. All right. Well, before we get rolling too deep into Ole-Blue project here, myself, MacGyver of MacGyver's Workshop, and Daddy Tech Ant here from Daddy Tech Ant YouTube channel. We're going to say a few words about this whole coronavirus thing. I guess you can believe what you want. I'm not a medical professional, so I can't speak to, whether it's really a thing or whether it isn't, but, people are dying. And the fact of whether more people are dying from it than the flu or whatever is irrelevant. But what is important is the impact that it's having, basically with people who become infected with it, and the impact that it's having on the communities and the economy. So, we want to give a big shout out to all the medical professionals that are hanging in there and taking care of people who do get infected. And, as far as, with the CDC saying, you ain't got to go nowhere, don't. I feel really bad for all of the, the economic impacts it's having on a lot of people. Myself, I work in IT, in manufacturing. So we're kind of considered essential personnel, so we don't have a lot of impact. It's pretty much business as usual for us, because even if the plant's shut down, the IT infrastructure in the background is still running. So at this moment, myself and my guys, we're really not affected. But, people in restaurants, hotels, all that. It's just, it's sad because people are getting furloughed and laid off and all that. So let's not make this, whatever it is, and whatever your beliefs are, let's not make it any worse than it needs to be. And, quit hoarding all the freaking toilet paper. I mean, Jesus Christ. I saw on Facebook somebody posted a video where a guy did the math on the YouTube, and it's like, what did he say? If you use 20 sheets per shit, okay, a family of 4, okay, with buying just one big giant package of toilet paper, that whole entire family of 4 would have to shit 182 times a day to run out of toilet paper in a 14-day quarantine, And come on, people, don't panic. Just be realistic. Don't buy 50 gallons of milk. It's going to go bad before you drink it.
It's pretty bad. The wife had this scam to get us some.
That's stupid.
We didn't get any extra. We just needed some for the house. It was just that time.
But anyway.
And finding it was impossible.
Yeah, and and you don't know what to believe in the media, forget social media.
Yeah.
That's.
I will add, don't be posting anything about coronavirus or whatever the proper name for it is
COVID-19.
On Facebook.
Yeah.
Because they'll ban you. I'm wearing this for a reason today.
Facebook jail, yeah.
That's right. I'm in it for another 4 days now. Total of 7, and it was the dumbest thing ever that I got.
Yeah. So, at least they're cracking down regardless of whether it's working or if it's effective or not. But still, this is not the first, crisis that has impacted the world.
That's just the one people have gone the dumbest over.
It seems, yeah. So anyway, enough about that. Be safe. Don't be stupid. I mean, what else can we say?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. So, we got enough to keep us busy here in the workshop, as far as quarantine time, so I'm not worried about binge watching television or anything like that. And normally I'm here by myself, so,
I usually binge watch YouTube, but I got too much backed up on me. I got to get some of this stuff done.
Yeah. So anyway, enough about that. And thanks for watching. And Stay safe out there. We're making progress, slow but sure. We've got our donor truck frame all stripped down. We cut it, tacked it back together. We're gonna wait until we have it on the rotisserie before I can finish the welding so I can get at all the places and I'm not trying to weld overhead and all that stuff. Let's get going. So I'm at the point now where I'm pulling the front drive axle out. This is a Dana 44. Lo and behold, there is one tool that I don't have, and that is a spindle puller, which threads onto the bearing nuts here, and then you take a giant slide hammer and that pops the spindle out. So I'm kind of at a stopping point with that for now, but that's okay. All right, so I got stuff. Before Amazon pretty much shut down their delivery there to where they're only delivering medical stuff, from what I understand. So what I've got basically is I've got a 10-pound slide hammer puller, which is different than your normal typical slide hammer, which only has a 5-pound weight on it. And then we got this OTC tool number 7502, which screws on to where the bearings go. Okay, it's got a couple different sizes of threads there, so it'll fit a few different four-wheel drive vehicles. And then your slide hammer screws into here, and it'll pull that hub out. So we got that. That's when you start getting into, you know, weird stuff when it comes to tools. You know, I don't work on a lot of four-wheel drives, but I do own one of them, and I've got stuff coming in here all the time. So, and this is basically just I'm done playing slide hammer with a 10-pound weight instead of a 5-pound weight, so it'll give you a whole lot more knock when you're going to knock your stuff off. So, and I went ahead and invested in the OTC one because I mean, I've got a Harbor Freight regular slide hammer, but the metal that they're made out of is cheap, and I ended up having to weld the foot on it, so it's not useful anymore for anything other than that. But I got this one now, so let's get started. This one's going to go in on the second step of threads here, and I clean my threads up real good. Now the idea is you want to get this on there as much as you can, so that you know, you're not just pulling on a couple of threads. So I'm going to turn that down with the wrench a little bit. It looks like some of the threads have a little bit of booger on them, so we'll go on and make our way through that. There we go. I know I've seen guys on other YouTube videos going at it with a air chisel and all that kind of stuff. I didn't have any luck at it with this one. I'm going to chalk that up, I guess, to it being Pennsylvania truck and it being rusted in there pretty good. But using the big slide hammer with a 10-pound weight is give us a little more oomph when we go to knock this thing off of here. And again, you want to thread your rod in there all the way. You don't want to be pulling on just a few threads, because all those threads is what gives you your strength. And let's see how we do. Look at that. How easy was that, huh? And I fought that thing with an air chisel for probably about 20 minutes. Easy peasy. Okie dokie. We got the passenger side out. That was fun. And of course, you know, this thing's got ball joints, upper and lower. And of course, we know the radius arm bushing. We knew that was trash because we could see it. Ray Charles could see that, hell. And then this is why everybody complains about the twin traction beam suspension on these trucks. They say, oh, it sucks, eats tires. Well, what happens is this inner bushing here gets wallered out, and then it just throws the alignment all off. And then of course these ball joints, and nobody likes messing with these ball joints because they're a pain in the ass. So, but fact of the matter is once you get them, you know, once you go through and fix all this stuff, then you know you're good to go for practically ever, because these things do last quite a long time. So we're gonna have to, you know, we're gonna get all new bushings for all this stuff and put new ball joints in it and get all that stuff sorted, new radius arms. I'm guessing it's all gonna be you know, polyurethane now, because I don't think I've seen anywhere where you can get the actual rubber bushings. So truck's probably going to ride a little tiny bit harsher, but you know, on my F250 out there, the white one, I redid all the bushings in it with urethane, and I couldn't tell a damn difference personally. But anyway, so we've got this apart right now for this side. We'll worry about getting all these ball joints out now later, because my focus right now is to get this frame stripped down to bits and get it on the rotisserie. Now this one's a lot easier. I want to leave those in partially till we get the shackles out the rest of the way, because it'll spring loose on you. I'd like to be able to say that just being a rusty Pennsylvania truck will make these such a bear to get out, but unfortunately that's really not the case, because I've had southern vehicles with, you know, no rust on them, and those bolts will get moisture and corrosion built up in them and get jammed up in those bushings, and it's the same thing. So now I got everything out. We're going to set it down on this cart here and pop everything loose and pick the frame back up, and we ought to be good. Normally, probably just cut the leaf springs out and be done with it, but I'm going to keep it together for the moment. Okay, so now we've got most everything stripped out of the frame now where I can get it on the rotisserie. So we got our one part here, and we got our other part over there. So now I'll reposition the camera so we can get a long shot and show how we get this thing set up on here. All right, so one of the first things we want to do is get our extension bars set in here. going to tie the front and the back half of the rotisserie together. Okay, so what we pretty much got here, if I can get it to focus, is we have a bolt running up through the bottom there into a hole, pre-existing hole in the frame, and we've done that the same over here, and then again, the same there as well. And likewise over here. Now, we're not going to tighten anything up just yet. We will tighten these four up. But then we'll get the frame balanced on the rotisserie so it turns evenly, and then we'll snug everything else up. Now we'll let her lift down. There. Tighten our arms up here. So nothing falling off. Boy, that'll make this thing so much easier to work on. You get to everything real easy. That was a good investment. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me tonight. So, thank you guys for watching. Please feel free to comment and click subscribe if you liked what you see, and also remember to click that little bell icon so you'll get notified next time I post a video. And you can also email me at MacGyversWorkshop@gmail.com, and usually try to stay on top of the emails and the comments and reply to them as best I can. And now the next thing we got is I get a few little nit bits to take off of here, and then hopefully when the weather warms up we'll get to try out our wet blaster and see how it cleans that frame up. So stay tuned. Thanks again for watching.